Hey everyone, and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a hybrid from Fortnite Season 8. Let's get started in the center of our page with the opening of the mask. So we start on the left side. We're going to draw a curve that comes in and then down in towards the center. So let's start out here. We're going to curve in and just hook that down towards the middle. Now we're going to go over towards the right side. Starting from the center, we'll curve up and then out. Now we're going to take these 2 points and curve down and in towards the middle. So let's start on the left side, curve down, across, and then in towards the center. Now we're going to go back up towards the right side, going out, and then up. Now let's add in the eyes. Starting on the left side, we're going to draw on the top of the eye. We're going to curve up, and we're just going to pull that down. Let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. So right here, we're going to start on the inside of the eye, curve up, and then down. And that's drawing the lower part of the eye. Starting back on the left side, we're going to curve in the opposite direction, coming down and up towards the inside. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's fill the inside of the mask in black. Now we want to go in and trace the outside of the opening. So we start on the left corner and step out. Just leave an even space gap all the way around. Coming in towards the middle. Go back to the left and we'll curve the bottom part in towards the middle. Now let's work our way towards the right. Now from here we're going to draw on the lower part of the head. From this point, I'm going to step down, we're going to curve down, and then in towards the chin. And I'm going to work our way back up towards the right side. It's almost like drawing a half circle. Now we're going to go back to the left side and draw on the top of the head. So from this point, we're going to curve around that corner of the opening, curve up towards the top, and back down on the right side. Now we're going to add a trim mark on either side. Starting on the left side of the head, we're going to curve in and then down, aiming towards the eye. Now just underneath here, we're going to draw a straight line coming down towards the chin. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line this up, curving in and pulling that down just above the right eye, and then at the bottom we'll draw a straight line. Let's trim this out on the outside. Stepping out, leave an even space gap all the way down and then along the bottom. Now we're going to add that little stain mark over on the left side. Starting on the outside of the head, we're going to draw a wave, curving down, in, out, and then back in towards that line. Now from the inside, we're going to step up, curve in, out, and then up towards the top of the head. Now let's move down and draw on the collar. We're going to start on the left side, we're going to draw a half circle, curving down, and then back up on the right. Now we're going to draw on the side of the body. Starting from this point of the collar, we're going to curve out and then down towards the hip on the left, and then we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now from here we're going to move up and draw on the top of the belt. So on the left side we're going to curve down in the middle and then back up on the right. Let's add in that knot. We're going to leave a gap in the center. Over on the left we're going to draw an angled line coming down and in. Again, leaving a gap in the center, we'll go to the right side, angle down and in. Now close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's add the ends of the belt. Starting from the top corner here, curve out and then down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's flatten off the bottom. We're going to draw a short angle line coming down and in. Now I'm going to pull this up towards this bottom left corner, going up and then in. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's go in and draw on the lower part of the belt. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve down, in behind the belt, and we'll continue up on the right side. Now we're gonna add those two straps that go across the body. We're gonna start with the one that goes from left to right. So we start at the bottom of the collar, curve down, and then over towards the right hip. Now we're gonna step down and draw that same curve from left to right. Now we're gonna draw a strap going the opposite direction in behind this strap. So we're gonna start at the top of the collar, curve down, now aiming towards the left hip. We'll continue along the bottom, going across. Now we're going to step down and draw that same curve going in behind. In the center, we're going to add two angled lines. From this line, we're going to step up, draw a straight line. Now from these 2 points, we're going to step down and draw another straight angled line. Let's add the stitching in behind the strap. From the left, we're going to draw a straight line going across. Now we go to the bottom of the strap. On the left side, we're going to curve, following the same curve of the body, coming down. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Let's add one small ninja star on the right shoulder. Starting from the top, we're going to draw a straight angled line coming down on either side. Now we're going to come down and out towards the edge of the strap. Now from the left side, we're going to angle down and in, making a gap in the middle. Now we're going to come down in the middle, like drawing a long V. And then in the center, we'll draw a small circle. I'm just going to add a trim along the inside of the strap. So starting from the left, we're going to curve down, splitting this in half. We'll continue along the bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing with the bottom strap. Curving up, continue up behind the star, then up towards the shoulder. Now we're going to add that flap coming down in the middle. Starting from the left side, we're going to come straight down, just below the bottom of the belt. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to close this off with a straight line going from left to right. Now let's draw on the legs. Leaving a gap in the center, we're going to go to the left side, curve out and down towards the left heel. We're going to go over towards the right, curve out and down towards the right heel. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. So we're going to start on the left heel, we're going to curve down and then up towards the toe. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now going back to the left toe, we're going to curve up towards the top of the foot and then down towards the heel. Going up and then down. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the heel, go up and then back down. Now we're going to separate out the toe. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve in and then down towards the bottom of the foot, about halfway along the bottom curve. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's split the toe. Right up here, we're going to curve across and then down. Let's move back up to the hip and draw on the outside of the leg. We start from the left hip, we're going to curve out, round out the knee. Now we're going to pull this in towards the top of the foot. Now we're going to move up from the foot and draw on the edge of the boot cuff. Starting from the left, we'll curve down and then back up. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add another curve. We're going to step down, curve down, and then back up. Now we're going to draw on a small knee pad. Starting from the edge of the boot cuff, we're going to step up, draw a straight angled line coming down. Now we're going to go back up. From here, we're going to go straight up the side. Now we're going to follow the same angled line coming down and then back up towards the outside of the leg. Now I just want to split this in half. In between these two lines, we're going to come down and in and then back up. Let's do the same thing on the right side. We're going to line up the end on the outside of the leg, come down towards the bottom of the boot cuff, come up with an angled line. Now we're going to go straight up towards the top, come down and in, and then we'll go back out towards the outside of the leg. Now let's split this in half. Between these 2 points, come down into the middle, and then back up. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the large shoulder armor, about halfway down the side of the body. So right here, we're going to curve out and then up. Let's line this up on the right side. Curving out and then up. Now we're going to round this out and come in behind the head. Curving in. Let's add a trim along the bottom. So we're going to take this curve, step up, and we're just going to duplicate that. Now we're gonna add a little simple detail on the shoulder. From this line, we're gonna step up, we're gonna draw a half circle, curving in, and then back out. Now we're gonna step in, just trace that out on the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting just above this trim, curve in, and back out, and then we'll just trace that out. Now back on the left side, we're gonna draw the inside edge of the arm. Starting from the inside corner of the shoulder armor, we're gonna curve out, and then down towards the wrist. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving out and down towards the same height. Now on the left side, we're gonna draw on the thumb. Start with a small half circle. At the end of the half circle, we'll draw a bracket. Now at the bottom curve of the thumb, curve down and up around that bracket for the first finger. Let's add 2 more fingers on the side. We're gonna step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now on the side of this finger, we're gonna curve out the third finger, and we're gonna pull this up underneath the shoulder armor, leaving a little bit of an overlap on the end. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with the thumb, and then that bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll curve down and up around the bracket. We'll add that second finger, and now the third finger, we're gonna go all the way up underneath the shoulder. Let's separate out the cuff. Starting from the wrist, we're gonna curve across and then up towards the outside of the arm. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going across and then up. Now we're gonna step up and draw another curve. Starting from the outside, curve down and then in. Now we're gonna take this curve and just duplicate it along the top for the top of the strap on both sides. Now I want to separate out the forearm padding. Starting up here, we're going to curve in and then down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now the last thing we're going to do is add 2 blades on the back of the forearm. Starting from this line, we're going to angle up and out. Now I'm going to curve back in towards the forearm, curving down and then in. Now I'm going to leave a gap, draw another angle line going up and out, and then again we're going to curve this in towards the forearm. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the end of this line, angle up and out, curve down and in, leave a gap, draw that second blade. Now we're going to curve this in towards the forearm, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Hybrid from Fortnite Season 8. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.